As far as how you stay up to date, or how do you kind of follow the latest trends or best practices on your own?
Yeah, so I have a few things that I do. So UXL is a platform that basically teaches you UX design and good practice, I would say. And I've been part of that platform since inception, where I actually had interviews with the founders and everyone. So that's a place where I also go and just test my skills and obviously stay up to date. As soon as they bring out a course, I do something there. And then I'm also part of Jared Spool's Leaders of Awesomeness. And there's a lot of workshops that happens there, and basically education and updates regarding certain things in the UX field, which is extremely insightful. And then also I'm assigned to a bunch of blogs that I just read like 5 minutes on Medium. And
I think I have 50 newsletters and emails that I get.
Yeah.
I think I probably read like one or two of them now.
Exactly. If it's got a good headline, then I'm like, okay, cool, let me read this. Or I follow a bunch of industry leaders as well in the UX field on LinkedIn. So I think that's also a very good place to stay up to date. It's just make sure you've got good connections on LinkedIn as well if you want to stay up to date as well. So that's basically, I would say, how I stay up to date. I won't say daily, because then I would lie. On a weekly basis, I'll make sure to go through those things.
What is one lesson that took far too long for you to learn in your career?
Don't try and do everything. I think where we started out, I wanted to be the one-stop shop for let's say a website or a platform. I looked at doing illustrations and animations and photography, and I'll be able to do your social media. I'll be able to help you with digital marketing campaigns and all of those things. And I think that's what a little bit of our discussion was previously, is when you try to do all of those things, you lose sight of what's actually important and the goals at hand. And I actually lost a client because I basically played a role of 4 departments. So that's 100%, I think, the biggest lesson that I learned. So it's a jack of all trade, master of none type of situation. And I would say since I saw that and moved my mindset a little bit and said, okay, cool, this is what I specialize in, but I can also do this if there's time. And I don't necessarily want to place myself as a UI or illustrator designer. I want to be a UX designer and service designer. That's what I want to do. And essentially that's what I want to be good at. And since I made that mind shift, I started getting good at it. That's when the awards started getting in, and the good clients and the effective workforce. And then at the end, the great results came about. So I would say 100%, that's probably my biggest lesson. And I think I only learned that about 4 years ago. So it's not too long ago, actually.
So you didn't take up front end and back end development as well?
I actually did study front end development. I think I studied it for like a month on Codecademy. I got like 3 or 4 certificates, and I'm like, no, my brain doesn't work this way. So I'll rather understand what needs to happen. But if I need to code, it'll take you 5 years longer.
Maybe 1 or 2 unicorns that are on our team that are really good at programming and design. But, and I'm giving this as a warning to any clients that try to combine both, is it's very difficult, because it's a conflict of interest when you have, what's my backlog of features that I have to get out versus this is a detriment to the user experience. That's why you need 2 voices in the room to argue for either or. But if it's, hey, we need to get this out the door, it usually tends to win, and user experience gets detrimented for the sake of getting a backlog, item done. So yeah, I've always seen that conflict or you've seen the job postings of, can you do all this design work and program at the same time, and maybe a little bit of QA. So it's an interesting.
You have to still test your code as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I think that's, as I said, that's different departments work, and that's why we've got different departments. So there's a reason for that.